I used to confuse drinking alcohol with pleasure and with relaxing, and although it was true in my 20s, it was a lot of pleasure. Had a lot of good times. It's true that now in my midlife years, I have a different view of alcohol. And at some point in my 30s, I decided I was done. Done with using alcohol as my method to relax and to enjoy life. What used to bring me a lot of joy, and I really did, I enjoyed all those nights out, recalling many good memories with friends again in my 20s. Now I'm deciding differently, and there's a power that rises from within you in your midlife. I'm in my mid-40s. When you finally know yourself and you know what you want and you know how you want to be spending your time, you will know how you want to be feeling. The truth was, what did bring me a lot of joy the night of also brought a lot of ill feelings the morning after. You know what I'm talking about. On today's walk, I'm going to outline my 5 reasons for stopping to drink so much. I'm going to give you a strategy I've used to quit that bad habit and install a new one. And lastly, I'm going to show you malasana, which is one of the foundational postures which you can add to any sequence when you're outdoors for your next walk. So come along, stick around to the end, and you will have all those tools and ideas in your kit to steer your life in a lighter and merrier way. In these videos, I include a yoga posture because I want to show how you can enhance your overall wellness wherever you are by including simple postures in your daily walk that enhance your lifestyle and your liveliness. The posture that I'm showing today, malasana, or deep squat pose. The benefits of this posture include stability. So when you're down and balanced, you are enhancing your stability, which is a skill you really need to hone in on and master now so that you have more chances of being a stable elder. Also, it increases your stretch, your flexibility, and you'll see why. It also aids in improving digestion. It has a calming effect and it's very grounding. Give this posture a try on your next walk. I promote these postures because I know that the value of stacking little movements regularly, if not daily, add to your overall health and wellness over the long term. But recognize that every little bit you do to enhance your overall wellness helps. I'm taking you here to one of my favorite places in Switzerland where it's brought me quite a lot of joy. Here we are. This beautiful lookout is one of the first places I discovered when I moved here in 2011. It's my go-to spots for quiet, for zen, for finding new perspective. Let's give deep squat pose a try. Have your feet at 45-degree angles out from your body and gently lower yourself down. Have your elbows on the insides of your legs. Your feet are ideally flat. Now, if they weren't able to be flat, then you're going to use the strategy of putting a stick or a stone, something under your heels that will raise them up and support you a little bit. And equally, you can be seated on a rock or a stump or a towel or something else you might have available to you outside. In this position, keep your spine straight. Your gaze is up and forwards. And your neck is long. This might feel awkward at first because many aren't used to doing this position as adults. The good news is the more you practice it, the better you will get. When you're in this position, your weight is on your heels, so you shouldn't be balancing forward. It really should be evenly spaced. A variation you can do to add a little bit more extension and stretch to your position. Inhale and extend up. Take your gaze up over your left hand. Enjoy a couple breaths here. Gently release, nice exhale. Find your gaze again at the horizon and reach for the other side. Your left arm is inside your left leg. You reach up, extension, and your gaze follows your right hand. Back down. Again, inhale and exhale. Enjoy the horizon and gratitude for this practice. Again, don't hesitate to use some of the modifications of something under your bottom or something under your heels or both to support you during this posture. Yoga done, moving on. My 5 reasons why I quit drinking alcohol on a regular basis. Here we go. 1, I hated the way I felt the morning after. My body was ill and at dis-ease. I felt fatigue, I felt thirsty constantly, sometimes nauseous, and the headaches were just too much. And I didn't want to be spending my day feeling so ill. So that brings me to my second reason why I quit, is I was so unproductive. So sure, the night of is great, but the day after is a total waste. And I was done with wasting a whole day because I was tired, because I was feeling so ill, my body was aching, my mood was low because I didn't sleep enough. I just felt so unproductive, and it was hard to accomplish and participate in life as I really had hoped. And so it would be a whole waste of a day. Thirdly, because of this lifestyle of late nights, lots of drinking, eating out often, I was putting on weight. And so my waistline was telling me that if I wanted to be a bit slimmer, I had to change my ways and quit consuming so much stuff that was not so healthy. So I decided to, release the alcohol from my life, and I noticed the waistline shrink back down. My 4th reason for stopping to drink alcohol was for money reasons. Of course, when you're out all the time and alcohol, all of that lifestyle, it costs you. So it was definitely a great money saver. By investing in more activities that align with my values, I feel a lot better about it. And 5thly, there's less drama. There's less up and downs of my moods. I'm much more stable, and I'm really enjoying this lifestyle of health and vitality rather than just a one-night blitz that took away too much of my liveliness the following day. Let me know if you resonate with any of those top 5 reasons. Let's continue on. Come on, pup. The past doesn't dictate your future. The good news is you can rewrite your next step, your future, here and now. You have the power to decide to do life differently at any moment. And I allowed myself to sort of stop that habit and gave myself permission to find a new normal as far as pleasure, joy, and relaxing. I am not a therapist. I have no specialty in addiction, but I am just sharing my personal experience, just a regular person who has decided to stop drinking alcohol on a regular basis. The other beautiful thing about living life is that as you choose new habits and new pathways, you are rewriting your neural connections. You are reinstalling new hardware in your mind. And every time you choose to not drink alcohol, for example, in this case, and you choose a juice or another drink of your pleasure, you are strengthening that skill and that ability to say no. You have the opportunity to grow into more of who you want to be in your midlife and beyond. You can develop the new healthy lifestyle that you want. So this is exactly what I've done. My strategy for stopping to drink alcohol so often, so frequently, so socially was to replace it. So I've replaced my social hour from the bars and restaurants and anywhere I would access alcohol in an easy way. I have replaced it with outdoors and walking. So most of my friends know that their go-to with me is a beautiful walk somewhere in the great wide open, and we chit and we chat and it's all great. So I replaced the habit I didn't want with a new one, and I keep choosing it, and I recognize every time how great I feel with my new habit, and I celebrate it. So this is something you can do too, is every time you say no and you say yes to that which you do really, really want, that you celebrate it, recognize it as significant, and you will feel better and better about yourself with your new normal. Are you someone who's interested also in stopping drinking alcohol in such a regular way? I want to make it clear, I will have a drink now and then. I don't have an addiction problem, so I can have a drink here and there. It's really not my normal, and it's really a drastic difference from how I was living before. You have to do what's right for you in your situation. In a world where drinking alcohol, beers, wines is so common, it takes real courage and commitment to yourself, to your values, to the healthy, vibrant lifestyle that you want, to be able to say no and to keep choosing activities, social occasions, perhaps even creating social occasions that do resonate more with who you are and who you want to be going forward from your midlife and beyond. Walk for Wellness is regular for me, and I invite you to join if you're interested. It's a little online club that I've got going through school. All you need to do is download the school app, get yourself on the inside, and you will be supported in people who choose to live healthier, choose to get outside and move their bodies and include habits that help them live lighter and merrier. I'm Laura, by the way, and this is one of my passions, is to inspire and encourage others to live the life that they really want by intentionally choosing their thoughts, their activities, and taking action on those inspired ideas. Thanks for joining me today. Let me know, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. Let me know if you're on this journey, if you've done it too, or if you're contemplating quitting alcohol. I would love to hear your experience. Your new baseline for joy, for relaxation, for pleasure just might be a social walk like me. Thanks for being here. Take care. Another way to let go of an old habit is to quit it, release it little by little. So you might not stop cold turkey, stop drinking all together, for example, but you might start to really reduce first the number of nights you go out. Perhaps you begin to reduce the number of drinks you have, or even the quantity. So eventually you will get down to very little consumption of alcohol, and then from there it's easier to release it completely. Start with small little changes, release gently over time, let that new habit install, celebrate all the while, and eventually you will find yourself where alcohol is no longer desired at all.